Hello everyone, welcome to the Atilis Academy. Our today's topic is on food safety plan. Food safety plan at Gram Panchayat and municipality means the adoption of good manufacturing practices, good hygiene practices, and HACCP and such other practices as may be specified by regulation for the food business. The food safety program consists of programs, plans, policies, procedures, practices, goals, objectives, methods, controls, roles, responsibilities, relationship, documents, records, and resources. A food safety program is often one part of a large management system. Here are some general parameters for the food safety plan for panchayat and municipality. First is to identify and categorize the food business of the food business operator in the area, that is the panchayat and the municipalities. To inspect the premises of the food business operator at periodical intervals and based on inspections wherever necessary improvement notice to be issued. Food safety officer to take samples of the food of food business operator at such time as may be reasonably necessary and to send such samples for analysis. Next is to evaluate and ascertain the quality drinking water used as ingredient in food and to take appropriate steps to eliminate the contaminants in the water. If on analysis it is found that water in any areas has contaminants which are not safe for drinking purpose, to review arrangement for disposal of the waste by the public in general and the food business operator in particular for the purpose of ensuring that contaminated waste does not spread to the food items, to investigate food poisoning incidents in any area and to send appropriate reports to the competent authorities and simultaneously take remedial measures to eliminate recurrence of such incident in future. The next parameter is to interact with the industries and consumers and to create awareness among them for the food safety and to prepare and distribute to general public pamphlet containing the food safety measures to be taken by them, and such informations may also be disseminated through the media also. Next is how to prepare the food safety plan if we're talking about for the village or panchayat or the district. Firstly, what we have to do, the food safety plan should highlight the aim and objectives of the plan of respective village, panchayat and district. For example, the aim should be to ensure that all the food intended for human consumption, that is manufactured, prepared or sold in the particular district complies with the food safety act, or the objective is to also to carry out interventions in the food premises which may include inspections, audit, verification and surveillance of the food business in accordance with the FSS Act 2006. So there are various aims to on which the food safety plan should be highlighted. The next point is to plan. The plan should indicate the name and size of the district, taluka, village, and should also indicate the number and various types of food industries in that particular district or taluka or village that should be given in that particular plan. The third point is the food premises inspection. The frequency of inspection carried out to be specified based on nature of the food industry, and inspection should be carried out at all the stages of food chain and should highlight all the below mentioned parameters. If we're talking the raw material, then it should specify the source of raw material, the procurement quality and the storage condition of the raw materials and the rotation of the raw material on IFCO and FMFO basis. The next point is your water and ice, and it should be noted that from where the water is coming, what it means, what is the source of water, that is either it is municipal or panchayat authority supply, or in-house treated water, or tube well, packaged water, or any other specific if any other source, then also it should be specified and checked. And if water used for various purposes, safe and free from contamination, that is for water for drinking, water for cooking as an ingredient, and water for processing of food, washing of equipments, utensils, containers, etc. Is ice used for various preparation made from potable water, handling of ice should be checked. Storage condition of the ice and frequency of testing of water and ice should be regularly keep in checking process. Next is your preparation and processing. It should specify the cooking, processing, cooling, freezing, drying, temperature, storage condition, and segregation and labeling of vegetarian and non-vegetarian products, handling of food before serving, and transportation and handling of prepared food. The next is your display of food. So temperature and condition of the counter display of product displayed, segregation and labeling, and vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Next is the utensils and equipments. Conditions of utensils and equipments is to be checked. Is food grade material used, or storage should be checked. Your cleaning and hygienic conditions of establishing and surrounding environment should be checked. Lighting facility should be provided. Garbage disposal facility, it should specify the number of waste bins that are present in a particular area. Segregation of the waste and color coding of the waste bins should also be indicated. Conditions of the waste bin, that is whether clean, leak proof, or foot operated, etc. And location of the waste bins, where it is being kept, that should also be inspected in this area. Next is your pest control. The inspection for pest control should also be there. Is pest management followed or not, or installation of insect electro counting device is available or not. Next is your personal hygiene. It should include the appropriate work clothing of the staff members, handling food, and hand washing facilities should be there. Your personal hygiene is, as I told, all the uh, you have to maintain all the sanitary conditions around you. Next is your number of training carried out. Number of training carried out means the it should cover the area, food safety, hygiene of the area, and working practice and personal hygiene. um, you have to provide the trainings in these particular areas. Next is your number of improvement notices, whether it is been issued or not. And next is your, has corrective action followed as mentioned in the improvement notice, that should be inspected. And next is your food poisoning incident. It should indicate that the number of incident occurred, investigation and report is maintained or not, and remedial, what are the remedial measures were taken for that food poisoning incident. Next is your number of health and safety complaints in a particular district or village or panchayat, and what remedial measures were taken at that time, and it may include about water sources and waste disposal systems in the area. The last one is the number and type of promotional activities that been done for creating awareness among the consumers for the food safety. So these are all the points that should be inspected while maintaining any before planning out the food safety plan for a gram panchayat. Next is your allocation of responsibilities and implementation. Each state will have a food safety commissioner, so who will be implementing agency. The FSS Act 2006 provides for appointment of designated officer in each district by the Food Safety Commissioner of the states. The power to grant or cancel license of the food business operator is vested with the designated officer of the district, and the food inspector will be designated as the food safety officer. So here are some of the responsibilities of the state food safety authorities, that the local food safety officer of respective district or panchayat or village shall send the sample of the food analyst for analysis. Food safety officials shall monitor and inspect sanitary and hygiene condition of the establishment and environment surrounding and preparing processing conditions. Designated officer of each district shall educate and organize training to food handlers, vendors, and other stockholders to create the awareness using audio visual aid, etc., in the municipal panchayat area under his or her jurisdiction. Designated officers shall carry investigations of the food poisoning incident and shall take remedial measures to eliminate recurrence of such incident in future. Designated officers shall monitor number of health and safety complaints in a particular district village panchayat and appropriate remedial measures taken. Designated officials shall monitor supervise whether corrective actions are taken as per improvement notice issued or not. Next is your responsibility of a municipal council corporation. The municipal corporation of respective district village panchayat shall evaluate and ascertain the quality of drinking water and water used as an ingredient in food, and to take appropriate steps to eliminate the contaminants in the water. The responsibility shall ascertain whether appropriate pest control measures are followed and shall ascertain whether proper waste disposal system, sewage, drainage system is in place or not. Next is the responsibility of Pollution Control Board. It is to review arrangement for disposal of waste and wastewater treatment facility being maintained in various food processing industries. Next is the role of food safety officer. Okay, food safety officer will be responsible for implementing in the taluka, will plan out the strategies to ensure the food safety, notice hazards for food safety and take suitable action to overcome this, network with the other departments. He ensures that the report documented and updated information available at all the times. He work in synchronization with the food laboratories at district level. He should regular review of work done in the villages of the taluka level, set up and ensure smooth working and grievance cells. He should create a resource center with all the informations under FSA related to the district, helps the enforcement cell to ensure compliance with the rules of FSA. He should be responsible for registration and renewals. He should be responsible for building of safety standards in the panchayat, and he should also be responsible for building up awareness about the food safety standard among panchayat members, teachers, school children, and other citizens. Thank you for being with us. For more information, please log on to our website www.itlsacademy.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn. And yes, do not forget to subscribe our channel ITLS Academy at YouTube. Thank you.